Thank you for staying with us. We are still discussing Sujimoto and the Enugu State government. Beecee, you're about to tell us.
Yes, so I saw his video, and the first thing I asked myself was, how did this guy get this contract from government? Sometimes we see that there are people who we know, there are reputable organizations we know can do certain jobs, but they pitch for contracts and they do not get. And then we hear there's one relation somewhere, one cousin somewhere that was given the job as a result of nepotism or whatever it is. Now, you have picked him and given him the job, and according to his story, because government has not really told us exactly what went down, according to his story, he said the money for the job was not going to be enough, which he made clear to the government. And they said, no, don't worry, continue. Even if you don't make money from this one, the next contract, you definitely see money. And then he got the job. And my question is, after he now got, or my contribution, after he now got the job, he started on the job. Were there no agencies to monitor what he was doing from the beginning? Because, you know, we sit down here and we say our government has given these people to go and implement so and so, and giving that people to go and do so and so, and there's no monitoring, there's no supervision. And after many years, we hear that, do you know that those people actually chopped money? They ate money. Why? Why were they able to eat money? Because there was no supervision. That job that was given to, what was the timeline that was given to him to complete? Okay, you're going to build so and so number of schools. We're giving you from now to 6 months to be able to complete those schools. At 2 weeks, was there supervision? At 1 month, was there supervision? At 2 months, you should have known that this thing this guy is saying, we cannot complete this, and start shouting at the time before he goes to chop all the money. I also heard from some quarters that this particular guy is notorious for spending money in clubs. Okay. Like he has a very extravagant lifestyle. In fact, Dorime, they cry anytime he enters the club. You know, Dorime na Dorime, carry wine and all those fire drinks and food and all of that. So that he spends money. And people have been suspecting that, are you sure it's not taxpayers' money this man is using to...
He's a businessman, isn't he?
He's a businessman. We don't see, I know, we don't see Dangote Dorime in... Dangote is a businessman. We don't see Otedola Dorime in the clubs. So there's a way you spend...
Everybody has their style.
There's a way you spend money. For contracts you have not even delivered on. You are not spending from your profit. You are spending from seed money that people will question. So when this came out, people say, hey, we've been suspecting this person. You know, but I think government in this case did not do their due diligence. When you give someone a contract, you must follow through. You must supervise, you must be involved. You have certain agencies that you carve out or that are available that will be involved in the supervision. So there's day-to-day report of what's going on. There's week-to-week report. There's month-to-month report. From the first 2 weeks, you already know that the way this guy is going, he will not be able to complete this. They would have been able to nip it quickly. And how did they sign off that amount of money so quick for that project? Though it was 50% that was given, according to they wanted to give him 30. He said 50% would be. So I think this 5.7 or 2 billion is either 50%.
Imagine.
So they've not paid the full. They've not paid the full money, but they should have.
You made a point about government.
The total project is 11 billion.
Okay, 11 billion. So you made a point about government should have kept an eye, and I think that the Enugu State government would have done that, or else they wouldn't have seen what has happened before they even gave him. If we're having this conversation after the full amount had been paid, we'll say the Enugu State government did not pay attention. So, and you know, these were supposed to be smart schools, green schools. Maybe he explained to them that it takes a very scientific way to build these schools. So, do you remember the story of the emperor's clothes?
Yes.
Where the emperor, you know, was asked everybody in his town to make him this clothes that he wanted to wear specially, so that when he wears this outfit and he walks around in his empire, he wants to wear the best clothes, and he got different kinds of people. They now realize that what he was looking for was just beyond this world. In the end, anyway, the end of that story is that he walked through his empire naked. But he believed that he was wearing clothes based on what the tailors told him. Like, what you're wearing is this, until a little boy pointed out, The emperor is naked. So I'm saying this, I bring this story because I'm saying that sometimes, because it is such a, what I heard is a very specialized niche project for smart schools, for green schools. And if the government would depend on Mr. Sujimoto telling them how it is supposed to look. So I think that the Enugu state government must have been right in the
Let me interrupt you there. Let me interrupt you.
Allegedly, they were not.
He said they told him, I mean, he told them that this is how they do it, like the emperor. Excuse me. Did you go and do your due diligence? The government should have done their due before you give him that kind of money.
Should have done this kind of thing.
Show me the
track record.
Smart school you have built
before.
True. You gave him the contract. You said because of the ones that you've been hearing he did in Lagos. Which smart school did he build in Lagos? First, go and ask Lagos.
He's a real estate developer.
What is smart develop? You can develop real estate.
House.
But smart school, which one did he build? What is his track record? What is what are his deliverables?
Does he even understand?
Because it's not small money that you are giving him.
That's true, okay. So we have a call from Abuja. Ade from Abuja. Good morning, Ade.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Great job about that. All right, thank you very much. This topic is a very powerful one, and I really want to commend you guys on how you're doing great justice to everything over there. Sister Amy, kudos to you. I like your hairstyle. Looking very nice over there.
Thank you.
Now, yes, if we're looking deep to the way things actually go in Nigeria, peradventure, how government project is being given out and all those things, I think there will also be need to hear from the side of the government and investigate this matter properly. Because sometimes when those projects have been given out, how do they give it out? Government actually have this arm that's supposed to perform that supervision function properly to ascertain that things are being done accordingly. But hope nothing has been done at the back. Because a lot of projects are being
we lost him. Was making very important points.
So sorry, Mr. Ade. You are good.
Okay, so
Go
okay,
on.
the part of supervision, I know that a lot of government, whenever they award contracts, they hardly supervise because they have a lot of contracts that they will have awarded. So most times they don't. I'm just saying they are supposed to, but most times they don't. You understand? And we all know.
In trust.
Yes. So another thing is that okay. So the business guy is a businessman.
Yes.
He must have submitted all his credentials and everything, so for them to have awarded him that contract. Now, you went. They gave you 30%. You came out and you said. Because I know in Nigeria here, most times it's the government that always, the contractor that is always chasing the government to pay.
Yes.
But you now, the Enugu state government, they've done very well. They gave you 30%. You went back and you said no. 30% will not finish this project. Take it to 50%. And they did. They took it to 50%. So now you have not completed this. You've not done the project. Usually, once you award the contract, you do a contract like the way he did, 11 billion.
Yeah.
The amount that he'll be given is supposed to finish that project. The remaining part of the money is usually your profit and a little more.
Okay.
But he said from the beginning that the money will not be enough for that project. But my question is, did the project even get to 50%?
It didn't even get to anything. That's the thing.
Okay.
So and now we are now in fact he has, for a business person, honestly, he has not done well. But for the government, they have gone, they have broken a bit of record. So I think we should give it to the government. Because most times governments do not even give that.
I would say that the government
don't pay up to that.
Was doing its due diligence. That was when they found the level of work that was done. As I said, we have had issues where when they come for commissioning, that is when you realize that what you had actually contracted for is not what you're seeing. I think there was a particular incident with former President Obasanjo where he had gone to commission a project and there was It was not what he thought he was going to see. It was not of. So he got really upset, and on camera, you know, he called out the contractor. So if government does its due diligence and meets you and finds you halfway through the your job that you haven't done it, then it's okay that they have asked you to refund, you know, not to refund, you know, to ask you, to ask you what's happening.
Yeah, you see, I don't think you are right about government not doing due diligence, because I remember when my partner was given the contract to build Freedom Park, you know, there was a project manager from the state government. Yeah,
that's how it should be.
He was coming
to see.
He was stationed there, a project manager from the state government. So they should have been a project manager. They gave him money for 20 to build 20 schools. Build 5.
Let's see.
Start to
complete 5 safe.
That's true.
You didn't build any. Then you are crying. Okay. Me too, I want to cry.
Another thing, YK. You know, he's been known to commission and build, what's it called? Real estate, residential buildings. He may also not understand the intricacies of building a smart school. Now, the people supervising, do they understand the intricacies of building a smart school? Or they may come there to supervise, they are seeing block concrete mixing, and they feel that's all there is to it.
And you come to my point, which is the emperor's clothes. But we'll go on a short break and we will review this matter in depth. Thank you for staying with us. We're still discussing Mr. Sujimoto's ordeal. You were saying, Beecee.
Yes. So, I think at this point, people need to start being held accountable. You know, I like the fact that he has been invited to come and explain what happened, and we would like to see how he deployed the money that he collected. We would like to see how many, because one of the things he said is the fact that when he got the job, price of cement was a certain amount, and then the price has moved up, you know. So I would also like to know if it's only cement that was required for, you know, those schools, because I know that it's not just cement, there are blocks, there are going to be infrastructure that will be, it's a smart school. Do you know what a smart school is? You have your teleprompters, you have your, what's it called? The foundation to the linted is the least of the issue in a smart school. Is that building an ordinary house. So you just get there, but the infrastructure is what makes it a smart school. But we are still seeing the level of steel, cement, and block. And so much money has gone down. And that's why I still insist, if there was proper supervision, he would have taken that. At least he would have finished the building. He would have finished the building. Then we're now waiting for, okay, which infrastructures are you bringing into the classrooms? You know, what are you setting up? What sort of technology, AI are you bringing in to the classroom? That is where we'll be right now. But because there was no proper supervision from the beginning, how many months does it take you to lift a foundation? I've built houses and I know. Lift foundation. See, once there's money, you see that thing in 2 months from the ground to linted.
But have you built greenhouses, green schools? Smart
no. What makes it a smart school is the technology you now bring in. Not the building, not the foundation, not the mixing of concrete, cement, and block and roof. That's not what makes it a smart school. Is the infrastructure you now bring in. You're not bringing in different kinds of doors. You're not bringing in what to...
But that money, I don't believe, say, go reach all that one.
So it never even reach... What I want to say, hold on. It never even reach linted. They never even cover one, say we don't complete and now want to start bringing infrastructure. So meaning that it was not properly supervised for the houses. I saw the thing, took it to still be at this level.
He has not done anything.
Anyway, we have a call. Jacob on the line. Good morning, Jacob.
Yeah, good morning, Miriam. Good morning, Daramota, and then sister.
Morning,
Carol. Good morning, ma.
Carol.
Quick one. I think, can I still talk about Natasha before I come to this very particular topic?
Please go ahead. Sure.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, Miriam, Natasha did not do well at all. You see, when you are going to National Assembly, you have to have something at the back of your mind. Number one thing you should take to that very particular assembly is wisdom. Because the issue is this, you are not representing yourself. You represented the whole constituencies. Suspend you from that National Assembly. It did not mean that they suspend only you. They suspend the entire constituency. And then what are they demand from you, Miriam, for God's sake? Even husband and wife, we hurt each other. At the end of the day, I will say, my dear, I'm sorry. You say, my dear, oh, sweet, I'm sorry. And then everything will go down there. But you know that we want to take a lot of you from that National Assembly. Come on, I'm sorry to the whole assembly, not individual person here. If you are not okay because they say I should say I'm sorry, that means that they are saying directly I should say sorry to the Senate President. No, capital no, because you were claiming initially that you have iron cut evidence against this man. I stand to be correct anyway, but Morayo, I'm sorry.
You'll be fine, sir.
Miriam, the issue is this. You claim to have iron cut evidence in your hand. Since that time, have you ever seen on social media Natasha bring out these evidences? No, nowhere to be
it's
found.
In court, yeah.
Now,
Maybe she's
waiting
for court.
You said sorry, you said no. Now, coming to this very particular topic now, Miriam,
yes.
you see, both the government and the so-called contractor, as Sister Yeni Reckless said earlier, somebody claimed that he has done something in Lagos State. Have you ever come to Lagos State to do your verification that truly this guy did something? No, you did not come, and then you give that kind of amount of money, and then the man has came in now he's crying. EFCC should do the needful, and then they should send the man back to where he's supposed to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Yakub. You know what's making me surprised? Let me tell you, Wake, what's making me surprised is that this is Nigeria. And running a business in Nigeria is difficult. It's hard.
We know.
And I was expecting sympathy for this man. So let's talk about the culture of the way contracts are done in our country.
Before you expect sympathy, can I just say something?
Okay.
Please, if they release him, and that thing that what did you say he does?
Dorime.
Allegedly
I should come and do it at the shrine. So that we benefit. We lie down on the floor so he can
carry him. They'll carry him. Somebody will carry him.
Dorime money. Continue, sorry.
Well, you know, the culture of the way our contracts are done in this country, we have heard these stories too many times. They give us a contract, they give us a certain amount of money. The money, by the time the money is left, after I have had to give a different, grease a few hands, the money that is left is not enough for the project. There's so many contractors that have told us this over and over again. So why don't we see that this may be what has happened to this man that has been caught in the web of government contract and how it plays out?
He's not the first person to do contracts in the country. There are people.
But you should have said it.
Exactly. I'm going there. He's not the first person to carry out contracts. There are people who have collected contracts. We know that some things leave some places, but they are still able to execute the contracts, right? So when you're pitching for that kind of thing, while you're pitching, you add up more of your buffers, because you know that from those buffers you'll be able to drop one or two things, and that's the culture of our Nigerian contracts. Fine. Now that maybe he did not put enough buffer, and they have now said you've spent our money, as he's explaining to EFCC, you should tell them more. This one collected this one, and I hope he has evidence for all the things that he collected. Of course. Exactly. That's how. Yes, that's how we're going to be able to solve that problem. But for the government to be able to drag him like this, they may not have collected, or may not have collected what they were supposed to collect. Yeah. So for them to drag him publicly like this, that means he actually spent the money, because we should have seen with that amount of money, how much will they collect that you cannot build? Raise the building up first now. Let's not find the smart later. Do you understand? It's a structure. Raise your structure up first. They're okay. You people have collected the money I'm supposed to use to add the smartness into it. We'll not start looking for where the money will come for smartness. But no structure. I did not see any form of structure, and money just disappeared.
Some
they're not looking
like
standard.
Some are like
they're
this.
not standard.
Okay, but to be fair,
maybe he
in the
needs
video,
extra time.
Yes.
Maybe there's extra time for him. Maybe he needs extra time. Maybe they gave him 2 weeks or how many months.
Ramatu, he mentioned that from the very beginning the money was not enough.
Yes, he did.
He mentioned that, and they said, "Don't worry, just go ahead." He also mentioned that he was not the first person that they had contacted, you know, but it seemed like he was the only one that was willing to do it with the meager resources that they had. He was actually, the amount may seem like a whole lot, but he was actually working with very little. And there are also some quarters where, you know, while trying to do this project, he met with some sort of hostility from the communities in that area. So these are some of the these are some of the issues and challenges that contractors face in our country. And for me, I feel that this should be, you know, a time where we talk about the ease of doing business. People who are deciding to, we are going to build this country, we'll build our business in this country, and then they get caught up in bureaucracies like this or issues like that. The first thing we do is to drag them off to EFCC, and then Nigerians come and they are laughing at him crying. He was vulnerable. People did not see his vulnerability. A businessman of that caliber comes on social media and is quite vulnerable.
I didn't believe the cry.
Why didn't we believe the cry?
In fact, you should be his lawyer.
It didn't sound.
If his lawyer is not telling them all
you know
this,
why people are laughing. You know why?
easily.
Let me tell you why people are laughing at, because they've seen his past lifestyle and again his past records. They've said that in the past he has not delivered and all. So they believe that he's been given the money and he didn't execute that contract. He didn't deliver.
Me, I don't want to judge him because I don't know him.
I don't know him.
I've never even heard of him till this matter.
But you know, there's another thing. The way that the lifestyle that he's had over the years,
that's
would that be an issue? Because many Nigerians, we don't like to see big people flex their money.
So if you
I don't know if I'm allowed to read some of these comments. So
please,
the comments are
if we have
hilarious.
comments, please, let's read them. Let's read them. Let's go ahead.
Let me.
Mine is not down.
Okay. They said Brick House Capital. They better go and find his side chicks who he paid for their BBL and Dubai trips, because now they are the money they.
Hey God.
Akani Taiwo says only a scammer will come online and be crying. If he's bold enough, he should have gone to court to challenge his integrity. Men don't cry easily. One.
Why do you think it was easy for
No.
That's
Men wait now. It's generalization, but it's still generalization that we know that men don't cry easily. And even when they want to cry, they wouldn't cry publicly like that. I've seen men, wait now. We used to beg men to cry safe. I've seen men who cry in their closets when the thing is really hurting them. But to come publicly to cry is strange. That's one. Two. They put a lot of allegations on your head. You are not coming with facts and data to say, so at so time, this was what I paid for, these are the receipts, at so time, this is what I did, this is who I sent money to. You're not giving us data, you're not giving us receipts. You're just coming to work our sentiments to the fact that maybe government is trying to victimize you and all of that. And that is wrong. For people who are logical, looking through that video like, but Oga, you have not said anything. You just came to cry here. Should we be crying with you? Come and give us facts and figures. This is it. This is how it came. This is what I've been able to do. This is how much I've been able to spend. There should be track record. Did they pay the cement factory with cash? No. They transferred money. Show us those evidence. I'm sure his lawyers may be putting those papers together to prove the case in EFCC. But coming out to do that cry, I don't think he even scattered the case, because many Nigerians were upset. Oh God, this is your cry. No, we started investigating the tears, the way it was going, the way the mouth was opening. You know, you just gave us things to look.
Coach Beecee, I'm a businesswoman
and I know how painful this can be.
I have some question for Coach Beecee when we come back from this short break. Let's go on a short break.
We're going on a short break. Yes. I wanted to read Akoni.
Thank you for staying with us. We're having quite a fiery conversation here. Mr. Sujimoto's vulnerability seems to be questioned. People have called it crocodile tears, and for me, I know this. We're talking about fraud here, but you know, it also now begs the question of how we want our men to express themselves. Hajia Ramatu.
Don't defeat my man. So don't do that in public. Don't do that.
Okay.
Come with facts.
Ramatu, what does this mean for the Sujimoto brand? That he came out, he spoke. We understand the EFCC. If he goes to court and he's able to vindicate himself, he's vindicated. But being vulnerable, does it now not help his brand?
I can't say him being vulnerable is not good. It's okay, because it's possible that he's the type that can
cry.
Yes, he's the type that easily cry and express himself. You know. So, but yeah, he needs to do a lot to make sure that his brand doesn't go down, because as it is right now, it has affected, it's going to affect his business. Like now with all these things, now if I want to do business with him, I don't think I want to do business with him.
YK has some comments. Thank you.
Yes, so I have Oladidi said, when you hear Sujimoto, you expect to see a Japanese man until you see the Lagos boy. When your parents named him Shijubomi. Beecee says, I knew
Sujimoto sounds very futuristic.
How will Yakub cope without calling Morayo's name? Brickhouse Capital. Beecee, you are looking so beautiful this morning. I am not toasting you. You're married woman.
How does that comment?
Is glowing this morning. I love it.
Thank you.
House of Beecee.
Mr. Yakub, bans aside, they are also disrespectful, sir. She cannot put the evidence on social media because it's a court matter. Meg Jacob, Natasha should apologize for what? If I may ask, apologies my foot. Akpabio should remember power comes, power go. So many people were there before him.
Yeah, Hafsa says, Beecee, he must have listened to his mentors that advised him to bring his cry out of the closet to online to get public sympathy. And Lola says, I believe the crying is a distraction too. Isn't that what the education minister did during that YX saga? No, but that was different. That one was different. The cry was different. He cried because he felt sabotaged. He felt like they had put in all the work and he had evidence. So they had done everything within their power, only for some miscreants to not pay attention to the things that's. But that's totally different. This one, I'm not saying men should not cry, but as the tears are dropping, reel out the numbers. That shows us that you know what you're doing. You're not lying. You're not distracting us. That's just what we want. But don't just come and open mouth.
Sakore Michael, sorry, is there a call?
No, just go on.
Sakore Michael says, Auntie Yenny want to chop Dore money. Okay, go on.
Let me take Adi Baptiste. He says, Natasha was the one who took the issue to court, so allowed the legal conclusion of the matter. Usually when a matter is in court, you may stay off until the matter is settled. You are not even meant to discuss the matter or join the issue. And he says the only way is for the people to petition or submit an amendment to the rules of House to stipulate that Senate can no longer suspend its colleagues due to representation as it is their electoral mandate, but be denied salary for. So you are in the House to perform your legislative duties, but you won't receive rewards for the period. Secondly, the only option for her is to agree to settle out of court, where otherwise she would wait for the legal conclusion of the matter.
Okay, so Ghania,
Ghania
said, fun fact, I know someone that was at work with him, that was to work with him in 2022, and the person declined. Then I have Nadi, that's my little daughter. Good morning, mommy. Hi, mommy. And the house is not like, Nadia, are you in the wrong chat group? She's my little baby girl supporting me from home. So I don't know where she's watching from. And somebody, Titi Lawyer, said, Beecee is very correct. The man didn't even put in the effort. If he wants to defend himself, he should come with facts and evidences to back up his claims and not come online to cry.
Nigeria.
Everybody's just talking about the crime.
The man did a social media post. EFCC, he'll be giving them facts and figures. Ladies, thank you for today's conversation. We have come to the end of another show.
Can I read one?
Is there another one?
Brickhouse Capital it says, if he has sense, he should have completed one fully and use it for an example of what the rest would look like. Now it is looking shameful.
Wisdom.
So anyway, for me, this conversation is about how we award contracts, how we carry it out. And really, we should question ourselves. If they drop 5.2 billion on your table, what would you do with it?
I go do the work.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.